Yeah. Living in Babylon, huh? Stay safe though, you know what I mean? Yeah, stay safe, straight up. Yeah. All my niggas with me. You know we rollin'. Yeah. Bitch, don't nothing come free. Pay me what you owe me. Yeah. All my niggas with me. You know we rollin'. Yeah. Bitch, don't nothing come free. Pay me what you owe me. Yeah. These niggas full of buffoonery. Try me, they gon' read your eulogy. Gemini, you know it's two of me. Niggas don't know what to do with me. Alien, I feel immortalized. Only protected, we fortified. Nigga, you die, play with Mordecai. Lay in the ditch if you play with me. These niggas pussy, Lilo and Stitch. Lot on my mind, gotta get a grip.
Babylon, stay aware. Babylon, stay aware. Babylon, stay aware, man. Here we go, baby. Big warrior head. Down at the levee. We going fishing at the levee. Another day, another live. Once again, rest in peace, Nolan Wells. Rest in peace, Corey Ruiz. Just to name a couple. We're gonna dive into it. New updates in the Nolan Wells case. It's been foul play since jump. You know it, I know it. Understand me? We're gonna break down new news, new information. But this whole case right now at this point is just surprising that it has been no arrest made. It's clear to see, it's evident to see what happened, what went down, allegedly. Gotta throw that allegedly in there. But with all the details, all the photos, right? The new audio, I'm gonna get into the audio in a minute. But the new audio, it's no way you can ignore it. What happened to that young boy, young man on that island? What they did to him. Understand me? What they did to him. But there's still a lot of questions remain. You understand? Still a lot of questions remain, definitely. Will witnesses come out? Will someone speak up? But once again, this is America. You telling me 2026, all the technology that they got in the sky, all the technology they got around in cell phones, cameras, they don't know who did it. All the people out there on that island that day, they don't know who did it. I say big cap, no cap. This is a true cover-up. It's been a true cover-up from jump. Why? There's too many names involved, too much money involved. Guapino Federale. You got judges, lawyers, doctors, football players, potential NFL football players. We know exactly what have went down if the shoe was on the other foot or if it was the other way around for sure. We know exactly what would have happened if it was four black boys with one white boy and he didn't come back. They would tear that city up finding answers. They'd be under the jail right now. Then you got photos coming out, video coming out. What more do you need to at least make an arrest, question some people, talk to some people? Understand me? So what is really going wrong around here? I tell you what, history repeats itself. They say, same way they did Emmett Till, did him dirty, did him real dirty. Years later, the same situation, different times. In 2026, we talking about black men still getting found hanging from trees in 2026. And you want to talk to me about humanity, dog? Humanity. To me, it's looking like humanity is full of hypocrites, if you ask me. Yeah, humanity looking like a bunch of hypocrites, if you ask me, Jack. No cap. Young man beaten, allegedly tortured, allegedly. If you heard the audio call, you know what's up. Some try to say it's AI, it's not relevant, it's not valid. Man, audio engineers done mixed through that thing, cleared that thing up 1,000 times. You hear what was said. New information about that punk chump Bart coming out. You heard the audio. Damn it, Bart. Damn it, Bart. I told you Bart delivered the fatal blow, allegedly. Why you think they had to identify him through dental records? His face was so messed up, huh? Somebody either kicked him, hit him with something, shattered his grill. And people want to talk about righteousness and right and wrong. Shit, this America, they don't care about right and wrong or the truth. Ruiz shot down in the head, 3 times by police officers, by demons who's supposed to protect and serve, but they ain't protecting and serving. And don't get it twisted. Shout out to the good cops out there. The cops doing their job, protecting the people, serving the people like they're supposed to, black, white, etc. But to you dirty cops, you low down cops, killing, murdering, think your badge make you untouchable, think your badge make you unstoppable. Shoot a man in the head who is no threat. No threat at all. You do him like that, do him dirty. As a police officer, you sign up to protect and serve. They ain't protecting and serving nothing. Shout out to the good cops once again. Respect to them. But you dirty bastards, fuck you. Period. You understand me? Where is the justice? Where is the justice? They talking about peace. Where is the peace? How can you have peace with no justice, man? What are you telling me here? For real? Like I say, new details have emerged in the Nolan Wells situation. I'm going to get into it right now. Here we go, man. 1 second. If you're on TikTok, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Freedom the Alien. Let's get to it, man. We're going to get into this news right fast. Get into some audio as well. Give me 1 second. You got people going off, people on the run. It's obvious to see they're folding. People panicking. They know they're in trouble. They can't hide. They can't run. People talk about karma. If karma is real, these people should be dealt with right now. Talk to me about no karma. Check out this situation right here. So Nolan Wells' family releases update. 1 second. One second. Nolan Wells' family releases update in investigation. Nashville. Nolan Wells' family and their attorney pleaded with the public for more information about his death and addressed the attacks they faced at the National Urban League Conference on July 30th. Wells, 18, went missing. Wells 18 went missing after a July 4th boat trip to the isolated Mississippi barrier island, Horn Island. His body was found days later, but what happened to him largely remains a mystery. Is it a mystery or are they just hiding it? We know what's going on. We know what happened to that boy. Got to throw that allegedly in there, of course, but we know what happened, man. All the evidence points to corruption. All the evidence points to violence, to a hate crime, etc. Any way you want to look at it, it says per D murder. And they ain't made no arrest yet. They trying to hide it, cover it up. So let's get back to it here. Crazy, man. Crazy how they really trying to hide this and cover it up. From stories being incorrect, people lying, time frames not adding up, locations inaccurate. Then you got people attacking the mother, sending her threats, giving her bad reviews at her job just because she's searching for the truth about what happened to her baby. Who killed her baby? Understand me? Wanting to find the truth and people attacking her for that, that shows you the world we live in, the America we live in. Here we go. Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter said investigators did not initially suspect foul play, but are continuing to investigate. I bet they didn't suspect foul play. Ledbetter, he looked weird anyway. The damn sheriff looked weird as hell anyway. Ain't he a former FBI agent? Everybody's in on the cover up. The sheriff, the judge, the teachers, the lawyers. Of course, the sheriff gonna say that. They never say any situation, any case. It's never foul play. It's always accidental drowning, natural causes, accidental hanging. Black folks ain't hanging they motherfucking self, Jack. No cap. Always accident, no foul play, never. But are continuing to investigate. The internet investigating more than them. The people investigating more than them, huh? Heavy. The cops ain't doing their job. The judges ain't doing their job. One of the judges corrupt. Matter of fact, the mother of Nolan Wells just subpoenaed all them bitches, as she should. Turn over the cell phones, turn over the Instagram, turn over the social media, turn over everything, Jack. No cap. You know how much information on them phones, huh? You think it ain't no videos out there? No evidence out there, text messages, videos. They say certain messages, pictures, etc. was deleted in Nolan Wells' phone anyway. We know it's foul play. We know it's murder. Huh? Know what it is. We say? Say love from China, love from China. Shout out China in the building. Shout out China in the building. No cap, man. For real. Shout out China in the building, baby. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells. Here we go. But you know it's foul play involved. You know it. It's clear as day it's foul play involved, man. What they do to that boy on that island? What torture they take him through on that island? Was it a ritual per se? Huh? Was it an initiation per se? How many more bodies they got out there around yonder? How many more unsolved cases around yonder, man? Open the floodgates up. Open them up. Let it out. And it ain't just Mississippi either. This worldwide, man. Worldwide. Here we go, man. Let's get back to it. Wells' family launched an independent investigation into his death, citing a lack of confidence in Mississippi law enforcement. As the parallel investigations continue, false claims, AI-generated content, and conspiracy theories have spread alongside real developments in the case. Family attorney Ben Crump said July 30 that sick people have been targeting Wells' mother, a nurse, with negative reviews online. How the hell could you feel right about attacking a nurse, attacking a mother? That shows you the world we live in right there. Attacking a mother for wanting to find out the truth about her son. What happened to her son? And people are attacking her for that. sending her threats over that, attacking her online at her job over that. Oh, you know Ocean Springs mad. You know Mississippi mad. Why? Oh, because they don't want to be put out there. They don't want to be put on Front Street. That's why. It'll ruin their image, ruin their clout. That's all they care about, their image, who they are. You understand me? They money, they Guapino, they Federale. They could care less about Nolan Wells. They weren't his friends. It was a setup to get him wet out. How the hell they his friends? They didn't call the people to come get him. They didn't call his mama right away. Hey, something happened to Nolan. It was an accident. We didn't mean to do it. Something went bad. They try to cover it up, hide the body. You heard what the first autopsy report said. Rapid decomposition. So they couldn't see no bruises, couldn't see no real evidence, but they saw that mark in the back of his head, back of his neck. Similar to rope imprints. So what they do, beat him, allegedly, then hang him, allegedly. Finish them on the boat, etc. If it wasn't no foul play, why they take his throat? Huh? Why they take his neck? Huh? Why they take his brain, certain body parts, what they hiding, what they covering up? Come on, man. Crump announced that the family has obtained the full audio recording of a distress call made by the boat. I will be playing that audio. I've heard it. I'm sure you've heard it, etc. Wells reportedly traveled to Horn Island on to Ceto and has retained audio engineering experts to review the call. He said the family is also consulting with oceanic engineering experts to get a greater understanding of how the tides and weather could have affected where Wells' body was found. Crump said the team is also hoping to get more information to Dr. Roger Mitchell, the independent medical examiner who conducted a second autopsy on Wells. Mitchell was unable to determine the cause or manner of death, in part because he could not inspect some parts of Wells' body, including the throat and larynx, which may have been kept for additional investigation. You know why they kept it? They kept it to hide it. If they would have sent the throat, it would have shown per evidence of per D murder. You know it. I know it. Stop playing here. Stop playing here, baby. That's why they kept the throat. Exactly. What it would show, strangulation, maybe a hanging, a lynching. How many people was there? How many people observed? Rumor, speculation, news going around. They did some horrible thing to him. Did him dirty on that island, man. It came down to jealousy, envy, and hate. Arrest everybody. Katie included, whoever included. His black friends, Javon, Trayshawn, whoever, dog. We go. Wow. Crump spoke alongside family members of two other black teenagers who died this year, Daniel Irving and Tyler Smith. Rest in peace, Daniel Irving and Tyler Smith. Damn near same situations. Black boys hanging out with some white friends, end up dead, never make it back home. Never make it back to their family, their mama, their daddy, their sisters, their brothers. Life taken. Both 18 died after he drowned at a North Texas lake in April, and Smith, also 18, died of a gunshot wound on July 4 in Lexington, Kentucky. Attorney Lisa Park said the team has been getting over 100 calls each a day and encourage anyone with information to reach out. Attorney Eric Hertz said the legal team is also working to reach an agreement with District Attorney Angel Myers McClareth to allow them to jointly investigate cell phone evidence in the case. In previous interviews, Wells' mother, Christine Wansley, has said she believed it was suspicious that her son's phone appeared to have no Snapchat history from the day he disappeared, and that there were discrepancies in the location data she observed while searching for Wells. There's so many discrepancies around there, dog. You understand me? Subpoenas were recently issued to Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Life360, Snapchat, and TikTok for data from Wells' accounts. Good job. Good job by the mama and the daddy. Put pressure on these bitches. Don't let them sleep. Don't let them rest, right? The world ain't gonna let them sleep. The world ain't gonna let them rest, period. Come on, man. The subpoenas come after letters were sent to Wells' friends, their families, and local officials, instructing them not to delete any records and notifying them litigation is reasonably anticipated, the outlet reported. You damn right, subpoena their asses. You need to see everything. We need to see everything, period, man. All that information is on now. Phones, Snapchats, etc. Here we go. USA Today has reached out to Wansley's attorney for more information about the letters and subpoenas. Nolan Wells' family friends detail online threats. You telling me they getting online threats? They receiving online threats? And they killed her baby? Her baby missing, dead? And this world's so sick and messed up and diabolical. They sending his mama threats, his friends and family threats. What type of world do we live in for real? I'll tell you what kind of world we live in for real. The devil's world, God's universe. I repeat, the devil's world, but God's universe, Holmes, period. You know it. I know it. You want to talk to me about humanity once again, dog? Everything corrupted when man or woman touch it. You need me to say it again? Say it again, huh? Everything corrupted when man or woman touch it, period. Here we go. They getting online threats. And she just lost her baby. She just lost her baby. They just lost their friend, huh? People mad because they want the truth. Because they searching for answers. They ain't just laying down, giving up. Saying we give up, forget it. That's what you mad at? Keep fighting. Keep fighting, man. Wow. Wells' parents also addressed that attacks they faced as the family searches for answers. Wansley has been targeted by a harassment campaign that has left bad reviews for her in her workplace. She's also received threatening messages and harassing mail. A parent can't grieve when you have people attacking them, attacking their jobs, attacking their character, just attacking them, period, said Wells' father, Elmore Wansley. Like, where's the empathy? There's no empathy in this world, obviously. No compassion in this world. Or I guess it's a pick and choose world for real, right? Wow. Several of Nolan Wells' friends have also said they've received threats. Ashley Cole, a Chancery Court judge whose son was on a boat trip, said she deactivated her social media account due to threats were directed toward her whole family, including her young children. Cole's son, Warren Hudson, also said in an interview that the family had gotten thousands of death threats, prompting him to skip Wells' memorial service. What you there for anyway? Nobody wants you there, Warren. You a snake, Warren. You dirty, Warren. Huh? See it all in your face. See it all in your spirit, my boy. You a wicked nigga, period. How much was you hating on Nolan Wells? Huh, Warren? You, Bart, Eric, who else? What's the other names? You had real hate for him, deep down jealousy. You understand me? Talking about he's scared of getting death threats. Motherfucker, you still alive, Jack. No cap. Nolan ain't here. He gone. Huh? You could give a damn. You ain't got no emotion. You didn't care about Nolan Wells. You wasn't his friend. You damn sure wasn't no best friend. Huh? Type of friend leave his friend on the island? Huh? He died and y'all try to cover it up. That's how you know it. That's how you know it's foul play involved. You know they wrong. No, they dirty, man. No cap. Mississippi get real wicked. Mississippi get real wicked. You got a lot of blood on your hands, Mississippi. You got a lot of blood on your hands, Mississippi. Not only Mississippi, though, the South, the North, East, West. The whole world got blood on their hands, man. But Mississippi, you real dirty. You real dirty. They've been covering up murders for years. You know it. I know it. Talking about he didn't want to go to the memorial because he was scared. Bitch. You should be scared, no doubt. Was y'all scared when y'all was beating on Nolan Wells, allegedly? Huh? When you and your people was doing who knows what to Nolan Wells on that island, allegedly? And the time frames, the time stamps don't add up. They in certain locations for an hour damn near or more. What was they doing then? What was they going back and forth to? How long did they keep his body? You understand me? You wasn't no friend. You was an enemy. You wasn't no friend at all, boy. You was an enemy, per devil. You hear me? Bart Edmonston Jr., and you know Bart, there's a lot of things going around Bart right now. Bart, the same name we heard in the audio about Bart, right? You understand me? We already know about Bart. There's so many stories going around about Bart. Did Bart deliver the fatal blow? You heard on the audio on the boat. Damn it, Bart. Damn it, Bart. Damn it, Bart. What that mean? It wasn't no damning like, oh, Bart messed up. Nah, Bart did something nefarious. Did something wicked probably. Like I say, Bart probably delivered the final blow or delivered a blow to his face to where they couldn't even identify him. They didn't even want to show his mama the body. Then they say now that Bart may have been with Katie. That's why Bart was mad at Nolan, because he was fucking around with that Katie bitch, allegedly. So Bart all caught up in the mix already. Why ain't Bart been arrested yet? Matter of fact, Bart Edmonston Jr., a friend of Wells, who took his own boat to Horn Island that day, helped the distressed vessel and towed it for a short distance, according to a statement released by family attorney Russell Latino. who is also CEO of the Magnolia Tribune. As a result, Edmiston became the latest person in Wells' orbit to face intense online scrutiny, doxing and death threats, the statement said. Edmiston's family said they plan to pursue all available legal remedies and sent a case and desist letter to one social media user who shared pictures of our home, our residential address, land plats, and information about our work, while simultaneously falsely asserting through various videos and posts that Bart Jr. is a suspect. Why ain't he a suspect? Everybody a suspect. His name was said on the audio. He was on a boat, allegedly. He a suspect. What you mean? What you mean, though? He is a suspect, period. And they mad because they, your house got linked. Oh, your address got linked, your phone number, where you work. Oh, Nolan Wells lost his life, you punk chump. Huh? He ain't here no more. He lost his life. You worried about somebody threatening you? That he caused or contributed to Nolan's death, or that he is involved in a cover-up of Nolan's death. We know it's a cover-up going on. Period. Now, Ben Crump, they did a presser today. Ben Crump and others, other victims as well. I'm going to dive into it. 1 second here. Make sure if you're on TikTok, go subscribe to my YouTube and vice versa. 1 second. So first I'm gonna do the Ben Crump video, but I think the parents spoke as well. Hold up. And then we talk about Brandon Tatum. Talk about Brandon Tatum, that coon, that punk chump. That's a coon if I ever seen one. We talk about people who are detriments to the black community. Ain't nothing worse than a coon, Sambo bootlicking, ass kissing, black nigga, house nigga type shit. You want to know what's worse than a prejudiced, hateful, racist, evil, jealous, hateful white man? A black man who think the same way about his people. Straight cooning for life, cooning for a check, cooning for money, guapino, federale, huh? That's what Officer Tatum is, and it's millions like him across the world. You see him everywhere, every day, damn near. Want to make it hard for another black man, black woman, just cause they so filled with self-hate, don't know who the hell they are, just cause. Tatum up there trying to save face, trying to prove them innocent, and he know they evil, wicked as hell. Black niggas like him, what's wrong with the black community right now? And they talking about autopsy results inconclusive, autopsy results inconclusive once again. I wonder why. Huh? Come on, man.
The 18-year-old who was found dead after boating with his friends on 4th of July weekend. Wells' parents and their attorney, Ben Crump, spoke with Chris Cuomo earlier tonight, and Nolan's mother said there's only one question she wants answered. Watch.
At the end of the day, we would want what any parent would want, which is answers to find out what happened.
Mm-hmm.
They also listened to part of an interview that Brandon Tatum did with one of Nolan's friends, and here's how Nolan's stepfather responded to it.
And see Brandon Tatum doing all these interviews, Officer Tatum, Coon Tatum type shit. He doing all these interviews, bringing them boys up. And the whole time he don't even know, they don't even know. He messed up their whole story. They told so many lies on them interviews. You seen so much in their spirit on them interviews, so much in their energy on them interviews. How Warren said Bart's name but didn't want to say Bart's name, tried to clean it up. How the damn interview was edited everywhere. Officer Tatum, you a cold punk chump. You a smooth criminal, man. Smooth criminal, man. For real.
You heard that kid Trace in the interview say that he was friends with Nolan and that you guys would know him. Do you know him? Do you recognize him?
No, I don't. Just because you park your vehicle in someone's yard doesn't mean that they have to know you.
Right. They don't know you. You and Nolan didn't grow up since day one. You never been to the house. Just because he hung with Nolan or hung out with Nolan, that don't mean his parents knew him. What that mean? He ain't never been up close and personal inside the family's house, him nor Warren. Warren ain't never been over his house. So how the hell you his best friend? How much you really know him? They don't know him like that, Jack. No cap. They was associates. Turned killers, allegedly. He know him. Because you parked this car at his house. Motherfucker, go to a party, park a car, right? Motherfucker, switch vehicles, get in with somebody else, park a car type shit. Talking about he know him, they know you because you parked the car. You a liar, boy, a liar. And it's rumor speculations coming out saying Tristan might have been there. Matter of fact, he might have been on the boat. Might have been on the boat. Shout out everybody in the building, man. Make sure you follow up as well, no doubt.
It's sounds more to me like he's more focused on getting people to know him and getting away from the fact that his so-called best friend is not here anymore.
Brandon Tatum is the host of the Officer Tatum Show. And like I just mentioned, he spoke with some of Nolan's friends. He joins us now. Brandon, thank you for being here.
Brandon Tatum, man. He ain't telling no truth. He ain't serving the people. He don't care about truth, man. He a certified bootlicker.
First, just your reaction to Nolan's stepfather saying he doesn't recognize his friend Trace, who you interviewed, basically alleging that you didn't know him very well at all, if at all.
It's slightly disappointing. I mean, I don't know these people, to be honest. I don't know who's really friends or not. I'm just going off of what.
Yeah, so why you sitting up there posting videos, punk chunk, saying they friends, calling his mama a liar and all that? Why you up there saying stuff you don't know about or know the real scoop on, Officer Tatum? Why you up there taking their side, bringing them on your show to do an interview, editing videos at that? Try to make them look innocent. Try to make them look righteous. You know yourself is foul play involved. You know what's going on. You doing it for the money, for the guapino, for the cheddar, that bread and butter, for the rally, denali, guapino, machismo, etc. You know it. I know it. Think you fooling, bruh. You can fool them. You can't fool me. Huh?
Tristan told me, but Tristan did share pictures of him with Nolan at prom. He told me he not only just parked the car outside, he had been over Nolan's house multiple times, and he also gave Nolan a ride to school on multiple occasions. So
what that mean? What that mean? Give somebody a ride to school? What that mean? You went to the prom with him? And how many people pile up and go to prom? He talking about because they went to prom, they best friends. He know him like that. Oh, he know him like that now. They brothers type shit. Man, he JT. He just talking, man. For real. Get up out of here, Brandon Tatum. You clown boy.
It's very confusing. I don't know why a young man would say that he's friends and literally be emotional when he talked about Nolan. I mean, he literally cried and teared up off
Come
camera
on, man.
And I felt like it was very genuine. And for the parents
Now it's off camera now, huh? Now he crying off camera now. Crocodile tears maybe.
to say that they don't know him at all and won't even consider the fact that he believed he was friends with Nolan, it's very shocking to me. And I don't know if they're being genuine because you don't always know your children's friends,
Right.
or are they still trying to hold on to this agenda?
What do you mean being genuine? Just because him and Nolan hung out, goofy, that don't mean they knew him. They don't mean they ever saw him. Just because he gave Nolan Wells a ride to school, went to prom with him, that don't mean his parents met him before, seen him before, talked to him before. None of that.
That no one who disagrees with the narrative of racism can possibly be associated with them because it destroys their money. Well, I'm not saying the parents' money grift, but Benjamin Crump's money grift.
Yeah, I mean, we heard from Nolan's parents and, of course, his mother. Any parent would want to know what happened, and she expressed that. But there are motives with Ben Crump and his history. There are lawsuits now suing his friends and social media companies fueled by Ben Crump. Do you think that he's helping this family or hurting them in their quest for answers?
Well, Katie, I think he's destroying the reputation of this family and also hurting this investigation. The fact that he put out the autopsy prematurely when law enforcement didn't even put out the autopsy is it can convolute the investigation.
So you talking about a law enforcement autopsy, Tatum? You want to bring up an autopsy, bro? Won't you bring up how the throat was missing, how the neck was missing, etc.? About the mark in the back of his head, Tatum? You want to bring up an autopsy talking about when something dropped or when something wasn't dropped. How many autopsies do we need, Tatum? That's why they got an independent autopsy in the first place, because they didn't trust Mississippi. They didn't trust that bitch who been handling autopsies and cases for years. Talking about natural causes, accidental drowning, self-unaliving, and all that. What you mean you want to talk about an autopsy right now? What about Nolan Wells' body being so decomposed, rapid decomposition? But you don't want to talk about that though. What they do with the body? Tatum, Officer Tatum. Do anything for a buck. You do anything for a check. You one of them, yeah. You one of them, bitch, yeah.
Because now when you interview witnesses,
You
you
one of
don't
them.
know if they are saying things because they saw it on television or have they genuinely had an experience only they would have if they were.
Man, there was hundreds of people on that damn island. How many witnesses you know, man? Everybody knows something out there, man. Huh? You want to try to make them look innocent for a check, for a view. Peeped you already, read your spirit already, bruh. You ain't seeking truth. You seeking acceptance, boy, attention from the good old white folk, huh? You do anything to be accepted and protected, huh? We know it. You know it. You want to talk about a damn autopsy, a corrupt autopsy at that? Where they kept parts of this baby's body at that? You sitting up here vouching for them? You ain't reaching and searching for the truth. We know the truth, whether they accept it, say it, or not.
Actually there at the scene. And then also, I want to believe his mother. I don't have any reason necessarily.
You a liar. You don't want to believe his mama. You a liar. You don't want to believe nothing. You want to believe what you want to believe. You want to believe Warren, who a liar. Trayshawn, who a liar. Straight up. You don't care nothing about his mama. Stop it, boy. That's why you try to make her and the daddy look bad for saying, hey, we don't know Trayshawn at all. We never seen him. He never been to our house. You don't care nothing about this family, bro. You don't care nothing about the truth, bro. If people cared about the truth, they would have been locked up. The whole family would have been locked up, including the judge, the mama, etc. You don't want no truth, bro. This ain't a truthful world. This ain't a righteous word. Okay. In a righteous world, bruh. Well, they ain't about the truth with you. It's about money for you, boy. You a coon, boy. Certified coon. You the type that's wrong with the black community right now. You. And everybody like it. You. Up there talking nonsense. Yeah, for real. Everybody else want to talk polite and talk proper and be light and this. Nah, hey, let's be real here, man. It's America. This ain't nothing new here. This ain't nothing new for Mississippi. They've been hiding bodies. How many bodies around Mississippi? Huh? Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Florida. You can take it up north too. Though. This worldwide now. Whatever state you want to name, we know what's going on. It's a purge going on around this bitch. You up there trying to save face. You should be ashamed of yourself, boy. Let me guess. They shot Corey Ruiz in the head for nothing. You agree with that too, huh? Don't you, Tatum? Don't you race bait him, Tatum? Oh, so let me guess. Corey Ruiz was shot justifiably. How they did him dirty in Madison? They what? They were justified in doing him like that. What's up, Tatum? Should be ashamed of yourself, boy. Huh? You gonna sit up and go against the mama? Go against the daddy? People attacking them, sending them threats for wanting the truth. But what happened to their baby? Somebody need to go upside your head, boy, for real.
Really, because I don't know her personally, to believe that she would just lie. But when I look at the facts, why wouldn't she communicate with with Warren and their family? They showed me text messages, they showed me phone calls where they called and reached out to her. And if I personally want to know what happened to my child, the first person I'm going to talk to is the people who let
communicate for what, Goofy? What you communicating for? They ain't honest. You talking about? Communicate for what? They ain't giving her no answers. What we got to talk about? My son was with your boy. They son just lied on your channel, you punk. Communicate with him for what? They didn't even call her and let her know what went down. Communicate for what? They kept the cell phone, bro. Communicate for what? They ain't truthful. He talking about because they text her. And what that mean because they sent her a text? So? Motherfucker can be guilty as hell, look you right in your face and lie. So what that mean? Huh? Warren sat right up there on your show, boy. Looked you in your eye and straight lie with no emotion. Per evil. His story didn't change so much. Everybody's story didn't change so much from John. Talking about why his mama don't talk to him. Talk to him for what? They ain't saying nothing. What they gonna say? Oh, I hope you get to the bottom of it. I'm sorry it happened. Oh, we're sorry. Our son didn't have nothing to do with this. Not according to the audio. He was there. Nolan was on a boat. Bart was there. They was on shallow ground. They want to know 32 feet of water. So who lying? Talk for what? Enough talk, bruh. Get some justice around this bitch. Heavy. You talking about talk. You talk to him, man. You talk to him. Get back to it, man. It's crazy here. Ain't no arrest been made. It's been a damn near month. All this evidence out. The whole world can look and see what's happening. What happened? And it's a federal island, federal property. It's a major cover-up. Major cover-up right here, man. All these babies just dying. This Babylon, stay aware. I can't wait till God blow it up, period. It's time for a reset around here. This too evil, too corrupt around here. You understand me? Let's get back to it.
I saw him alive. I don't understand why they take the position of saying it's us versus y'all, and now you want to subpoena phones and do things like that, which are going to take, I don't know, months for it to come out, and they may not even get. They may not even.
Now you want to subpoena phones? Why wouldn't you subpoena phones? He talking about it take a whole month to come out. It's been a month already. They ain't made no arrest yet. What's another month to get the truth? Why do they want to subpoena phones, you idiot? What you mean, why? Why was the messages deleted? Why was pictures deleted? Why can't nobody tell the truth about what happened to Nolan Wales? Why was his body so rapidly decomposition? Why is his throat still gone? What's all that shit on the bottom of his neck, back of his neck? What's the audio about? The bitch on the boat, can we cover it up? It's recent audio, man. He keep going and going, going and going. Why ain't no arrest been made yet? He talking about why you subpoena this, why you subpoena that. What? You got to be sick in the head, my boy. To get answers, boy. That's why. Because everybody, including you, lying.
And be granted. I mean, you got to think Nolan was an adult. He wasn't a kid. So some of these social media platforms may not even grant them access to his account.
If they don't grant access with this, with as much of a big deal this is, if they don't grant access, it's foul play even more. He was 18 years old, man. 18 years old, man. Still a baby. What are you talking about, dude? Then they coming up with stories. Oh, he was drinking. He was intoxicated. Even if he was, and do that mean he was supposed to lose his life? I don't think he was. I think a lot of people around him was. Shit, they might have put some in his drink. I'm sure the drugs was flowing around. The cocaine and whatever else. Liquor, of course. They was underage. How they get the liquor? Who going to jail for that? For purchasing the liquor, first off. Who going to jail for that? Bar? So you mix jealousy, envy, hate, evil, wickedness, demons, and you mix it with liquor and drugs, and all of it enhances. What do you think happened? You know, tell them what they did to that boy out there. Don't tell them what they did to that boy out there on that island, man. For real. And y'all trying to paint a picture talking about, oh, he was drunk. He was drinking. Even if he was, so? That mean he should have lost his life? What you mean here?
They don't have somewhat of a legal search warrant. So I just wish that they would have came together as a community, would have come together as a community and got to the bottom of this, got information, and then shared it to the public instead of, you know, making it a divisive thing up front.
Yeah. You know, Brandon, we're still waiting on the toxicology report, but from interviews with Nolan's friends, we do know that drinking heavily was involved, and that Nolan was drinking. And you have on good.
How you know? Who said he was drunk? What a report. Who is you? How you know he was sloppy drunk? What you know? And once again, even if he was drinking, do that mean he was supposed to lose his life? How many times you done participated in underage drinking? You, girl, you.
Authority that drugs potentially could have been involved as well. You also visited the island. Just what are your takeaways from what we know about the conditions there and the status of the investigation?
Well, at this point, and I always encourage people to wait until the full investigation is out before you make a conclusion or a determination of whether somebody's guilty or not. Going out to Horn Island was very revealing to me because the initial statements from people who are talking about this, especially the Nolan Wells family, that they were acting as if they just dropped Nolan off at an abandoned island where no one was around to watch him get murdered or something. And then now you go and look at it, you go, well, no, there was tons of people there. That gives me encouragement that somebody saw what happens, but it also proves in many ways that they didn't just abandon him as if he was a little kid on the island by himself. So seeing the island, going there.
What does that have to do with any damn thing you race bait him, Tatum? If they did abandon him, didn't abandon him, what does it matter? They did something to him. Abandoned or not, he ended up dead. He the only one who didn't make it back home. So what's up? They want to say this and that, paint all these narratives. At the end of the day, he the one who didn't make it back home.
Gave me a pretty good understanding about what happened.
Well, certainly injecting race, and we don't have all the facts either, is not helpful. And we will continue to watch this. Brandon Tatum, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate your accounting of it.
Katie, thank you for having me on.
You see how the media does? They do this with him, with her, with TMZ. You understand? You see how TMZ does? How they want to make Nolan look like the bad guy, make Nolan look like he was intoxicated. He didn't know what was going on. Don't make it a race thing. Don't make it a hate thing. Why not? Why can't you make it a race thing or a hate thing? Only black boy on the boat with other white boys. He was the only one. You want to throw his friend Javon, Trayshawn, whatever his name is in there, and I wouldn't be surprised if one of them helped too. But they always take the media and try to paint a different narrative. And it's funny, as soon as the audio came out, 2 days, a day later, they want to talk about Nolan drinking, Nolan doing this. Nolan was on drugs type shit. How you know? Huh? They couldn't even get a real autopsy because they didn't even send the boy's body parts, all of them. That should tell you something right there. They took his throat. What does that mean? It was damage to his throat, obviously. It's 2026, man, and it's still going down. All this technology, all the cameras they got in the air, everywhere around here, all they can see. This shit would have been solved if they wanted to solve it, period. What you telling me here, bruh? This ain't nothing new. What about the black boy TJ in Minnesota? This ain't nothing new. What about the black boy Kendrick who was found rolled up in a mat with his organs missing? This ain't nothing new. You want to talk to me about why they saying hate, why they saying race? Better go listen to the song Strange Fruit, motherfucker. Here we go. I'm diving to one more video. Ben Crump at this presser. Give me 1 second. Coon ass Tatum up there talking. He JT, man. He just talking. Getting views, brainwashing people's minds and shit. Big channels, lying. Where's the video at, man? It's ridiculous here. One big cover up. One second. It's ridiculous. And I ain't gonna lie, I got plenty of questions about Donald Trump, NAACP, all that, Black Lives Matter, all that, man. We didn't see Trump in numerous cases, and it's always questions. But do I think Trump is really putting in work right now? I really do.
Okay, let me respond to that. That accusation doesn't deserve a response. It has no dignity associated with someone standing up for children who have died. We don't waste our time arguing with donkeys. We don't waste our time arguing with people who want to distract from the real issue. We have 3 dead Black young men under suspicious circumstances. And I don't think the New York Post ought to give elevation to distractions like that. This is such an old story. We fight for justice and someone suggests all we want is publicity. You know what happens when we stand here? Our inboxes are filled with hate messages, hate mail, hate this, hate that.
And it's crazy. It's crazy. You got people who will say, people saying, why do you care? Man, what? Why do you care? Why do we care? Why don't you care is the question. Oh, I know why you don't care. Like I said on previous lives, a black life, should they compare a black life like a dead dog or a dead cat in the street? It don't mean nothing at the end of the day. The fact somebody can ask the question, why you care? Why you care? Why don't you care? They don't give a damn about no black life at all. They look at Nolan Wells like a damn cat or dog in the street. That's why they mad. They expected the family just to let it go. Another unsolved case swept under the rug. They didn't expect them to fight. They didn't expect the whole world and social media to jump on it. Mississippi thought they could just move along, tag along, and get back to business. Get right back to business. Not this time. Not this time, baby, for real. That's what's wrong. That shows you the world we living in right now. Humanity, the state of humanity right now. Period. Why do you care? Huh?
No one, our dignity in standing up. And I'm not, you're a reporter, you work for the paper, your editors told you to ask this question. I want you to know we will not be distracted. And I'm not going to, Ben Crump is like any lawyer. He should get paid for his work.
So they're mad because Ben Crump is getting paid? How can you be mad because a man is getting paid, dog? Like he said, don't every lawyer get paid for his job? Don't every lawyer charge a fee? Even corrupt lawyers, bullshit lawyers, no bullshit. I don't know about Crump at all. Never have followed Crump like that. Heard good about him, heard bad about him, etc. But I don't think in this situation right here that it's about a financial play or a financial move. I feel like his team really trying to get down to the bottom of this and solve this murder. But at the same time, I'm going to be real with you. You can't put nothing past nobody in this room, especially when it's money involved, guapino involved. Shit. Black Lives Matter been a whole financial move. So you got to question everything. I understand that. But Nolan Wells, dad, best friend, or whoever that dude is, he just saying it because he mad. He mad because people investigating and his son might go to jail. Period. That's the only reason he want to bring up some money about Crump getting. Don't every lawyer get paid for doing their work? Matter of fact, how will they continue to do the work if they ain't got the funds to continue to do the work?
Just like every Wall Street lawyer, every Trump lawyer, every
Exactly.
insurance defense lawyer. And I really want everyone to understand, let's not be distracted.
Amen. Right. Won't be distracted.
Let's not give oxygen. Let's not give air to haters and distractors and dissuaders. So thank you for your question.
It's natural for things to slow down in the bedroom, but why settle for natural?
Show ass up.
This has us jumping each other like we're 20 again. Ruiz Ready is a discreet ED med that does 5 things most others can't. 1, it's more reliable than pills or chewables. Dissolves under your tongue, bypassing digestion for more consistent effects. 2, it can feel more satisfying for
One second. Trying to look for a similar clip right now. Probably do the whole breakdown tomorrow. Where is that? Discuss. Hold on. So there's something right here about the audio. I guess the audio is official. The CETO audio that we've been hearing for days now is official, is real, and they are going to use it. They're talking about AI. It's not real. Man, shut the hell up. You know what you heard. We know what we heard.
Audio from the officials, and we have retained and are consulting with some of the foremost. We are announcing that we have the audio from the officials.
Let me run it back one more time. Now, he said they have the audio from the officials. Hold up.
We are announcing that we have the audio from the officials, and we have retained and are consulting with some of the foremost audio engineering experts to review those.
Now, he said bringing in audio engineering experts. So they're taking this serious. They're going to review these audios. So everybody talking about they fake. Tatum talking about it's not real. All you hear is static and noise. No, this is real evidence right here. People should be locked up right now anyway. Off the audio alone, you can lock everybody. Warren up, Bart up, whoever, everybody out there. The girl who, whatever her name was, the 2 girls on the boat, you can lock them all up right now. Matter of fact. But so the audio is being taken into evidence. You know, certain people say, oh, wait on Crump. They're taking the audio into evidence. The audio changes everything right now. Here we go.
The audio tapes from the CETO call in its entirety.
And it probably took them a few days because they had to certify everything, make sure it's official, make sure it's authentic, etc. But we knew it was authentic from jump. I don't care who questioned it. Come on, bruh. CETO sent that for a reason. But thing about it is, see how I go, see how I work. They had no idea that once they started the call, it's recording. And the lady who was on the other line, she heard it too. That's why you heard her pause and break, get silent, get quiet here and there. She heard what was going on. She heard a commotion. You think if we heard it, she ain't hear it? I said it a few days ago. She heard it clear. Here we go.
We also, and Attorney Hertz may go into greater detail on these matters, have consulted President Mariel with oceanic engineering experts to talk about how these facts are lining up. The fact that they say Nolan's body was found in the same location where they say they left him at. And so we want to know, how is that possible with the oceanic tides? We want that.
Right. How can his body stay in the same spot? The ocean, like you said, the oceanic tides, the body gonna move the exact same spot, They put him there. That's why. Allegedly, throw it in there. But they put him there. That's why. That's why the body was found in the same spot, bruh. Ain't nobody gonna be found in the exact same spot in the ocean, on an island where it's waves and shit moving around, where it's tides coming in, tides coming out. Come on now. In the exact same spot, you hear me? Now they placed him in that spot right there, period. Bunch of fucking dummies. Here we go. Come on, man. Anybody in the world can look at the evidence and tell you what they did to that boy. And they still debating, still looking, still investigating. Investigating what?
I mean, you got low tides and high tides. It's not adding up, so we are going to dot every I and cross every T until we find out what happened to Nolan Wells.
Shout out Ben Crump and his team once again. Like I say, I hope Ben Crump is legit. Hope it's not no foul play, no money move, nothing. Do I feel that energy from him? No. But be legit, Ben Crump. Be legit, bruh. For real. Period. You owe it to the people. You owe it to Nolan Wells. Period. But like I said, I'm finna get up out of here. I might do another live tomorrow, break that video down in its entirety. But you heard right there, they are using the evidence, the audio evidence. They are gathering up all information to try to solve this case. Period. The world can't let this die. The world can't let this get thrown under the rug. Not Nolan Wells, Corey Ruiz, or nobody else. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells. Rest in peace, Corey Ruiz. Crazy work, man. You understand me? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell. Share this with any and everybody you know for sure. Big warrior here. Babylon, stay aware, dog. It get wicked. Down at the levee. We going fishing at the levee. Big warrior here. Babylon, stay aware, man. Wicked. Believe that.